Amid the flurry of recent developments, XRP seems poised for a surprising breakout that could catch many off guard. In today's analysis, we're diving deep into the reasons behind this potential surge. The market has been electrified by a series of major events. Bitcoin has reached fresh highs, altcoins are experiencing broad-based rallies, and XRP is riding a strong wave of bullish momentum fueled by highly favorable news. To add to the excitement, the stock market just saw a massive influx of capital following groundbreaking updates on US-China tariffs. This wave of market activity is nothing short of remarkable, and we're here to break it all down. The game-changing news? The United States has dramatically reduced tariffs on Chinese imports from a steep 145% to just 30%, but only for a limited 90-day period. In response, China has followed suit, cutting its tariffs on American goods from 125% to 10%, also for 90 days. This breakthrough is exactly what investors have been anticipating for months. Hints of a possible agreement began circulating over the weekend, and now it's official. The announcement came today, and it's monumental. Think about it. Slashing tariffs from 145% to 30% is a seismic shift. For months, these tariffs have strained American and Chinese businesses, forcing them to rethink supply chains and search for alternative markets. With this relief, companies can finally catch their breath. This move is already sending shockwaves through both traditional markets and the crypto space, signaling strong bullish momentum. What's more, the speed of the agreement is astonishing. Negotiations kicked off on Saturday, continued through Sunday, wrapped up by Sunday night, and were announced today. And here's the kicker. This is just the beginning. More deals are reportedly on the horizon, and if they materialize, they could ignite even greater shifts throughout the financial landscape. This is something every investor should keep an eye on. Following the announcement, the U.S. stock market surged by a staggering $2 trillion at the opening bell. That alone is a testament to the sheer impact of this news. In an instant, Wall Street reacted like sharks to fresh prey. Even before the regular trading session kicked off, the after-hours market was already buzzing with activity. Investors jumped in head first, sparking a buying frenzy as institutions scrambled to secure assets before the broader market could respond. Naturally, the ripple effect with swift crypto markets quickly followed suit. As the U.S. stock market climbed, digital currencies surged in parallel. XRP, Bitcoin, and various altcoins experienced significant boosts, with XRP and several smaller coins actually outpacing Bitcoin in terms of momentum, which certainly drew attention. Meanwhile, President Trump introduced a new wrinkle by threatening to hike tariffs again if other nations don't align with his latest drug policy stance. So, despite recent signs of relief, the atmosphere remains thick with uncertainty. Adding to the conversation, Basant recently shared bold perspectives on tariffs and global trade dynamics, which we'll explore shortly. The key takeaway here is that this isn't a one-way ticket to astronomical highs. We're not looking at Bitcoin skyrocketing to $200,000 overnight, or XRP leaping to $20 in a single bound. That's not realistic. Instead, brace yourself for volatility. It's going to be a constant companion, perhaps even more intense than what we've seen before. Understanding the triggers behind these swings is crucial. Right now, trade policy is a primary catalyst. Tariffs are at the forefront, but global political tensions like the ongoing discord between India and Pakistan or the conflict involving Russia and Ukraine also exert influence, albeit more subtly. Corporate performance is another vital factor that shouldn't be overlooked. Upcoming second quarter results from companies like Tesla, Nvidia, and others who provide critical insights into the economy's health. A thriving or struggling economy will undoubtedly reflect in the behavior of digital assets. With all that considered, I want to share something exciting. I currently hold an open position on XRP that's up by 43%, and I just closed another trade with a gain of over 50%. The best part? I share insights like these entirely free of charge. Over at my Crypto Crusaders trading group, I strive for transparency, offering real-time updates on my trades and market outlook. If you want to stay in the loop, see my moves as they happen, and get my personal take on where the market is heading, you're welcome to join us. Simply click the Crypto Crusaders link in the description. It's completely free to join. Our sign-up process is just 3 simple steps. On top of that, my official exchange partners, BTCC and Binance, both proud sponsors of this channel, are offering exclusive bonuses to our community. They're giving a 10% deposit bonus along with major trading fee discounts. For example, moving $100, 000 worth of XRP from Coinbase could earn you up to $10, 000 in bonus credits funds you can use directly for XRP. Trading costs. It's a massive advantage that can add up significantly over time. Plus, if you follow my trades and manage your risk correctly, there's real potential to earn far beyond your initial deposit. It's all about strategic moves, good timing, and staying well informed. Here's how it works. Step 1. Sign up through the link. Step 2. Make your first deposit. Step 3. Submit your email and exchange user ID to unlock access to our private Discord or Telegram group, whichever you prefer. Just to be clear, none of this is financial advice. I'm simply sharing what I do with my own portfolio for educational and entertainment purposes. Shifting back to the bigger picture, while the recent trade breakthrough with China is promising, it's important to stay grounded and vigilant. President Trump has now shifted his focus toward the European Union, recently stating that negotiating with the EU is even more challenging than dealing with China. It's a bold assertion that hints at the possibility of escalating trade tensions. Just as we witnessed extended disputes with China, it seems we might be heading for another prolonged standoff, this time with Europe. It's important to remember that the EU is no small player. It represents a massive chunk of global GDP and wields economic influence comparable to China in many respects. If a trade conflict does emerge, it could send shockwaves through both the stock and cryptocurrency markets. Notably, some digital assets, like XRP, could be particularly vulnerable to these geopolitical shifts. This is because XRP is closely connected to financial institutions across Europe and North America, making it more susceptible to changes in those international relationships, unlike Bitcoin, which tends to operate more independently. This means investors should be prepared not only for potential gains, but also for sudden downturns, similar to the intense volatility we experienced back in early March and April, when markets were wildly unpredictable. If you've been keeping up with my videos since then, you'll know just how chaotic things got. The main takeaway here is to stay vigilant, remain adaptable, and never underestimate the impact of global politics on crypto investments. Meanwhile, there's another significant development making headlines: U.S. Treasury Secretary Besson's recent remarks. He clarified that although the U.S. has temporarily reduced tariffs on Chinese goods, it can easily restore them to the levels seen on April 2nd. According to him, it's unlikely that tariffs will fall below 10%, with current rates seen as the minimum and the previous April 2nd rates considered the maximum cap. In simple terms, the U.S. is keeping its options open. If China does something that the U.S. disapproves of, tariffs could swiftly surge back, potentially exceeding 100% without the need for renegotiation.